people in Philadelphia been saying this. This is just something I got a chance to highlight and been blessed to say, like, I'm Mr. Rumble Me Kid. We was talking about halal trucks, and I couldn't understand, like, why the just kept popping up all over goddamn place with this white and this red salt. So I started off as a stand-up, right? And it was working. But my mom died. Didn't want to touch, but I want to say shout out to Lansdowne Avenue. Like, because although that was a big thing, we were still friends, too. This just in. Yes, on the Cobain Report. And I'm Molly Cobain of the Cobain Report, and I'm here with my guy, Hood Live Me.
Tell me what you know about the hood life.
Alright, so I'm from 60th and Master. You already know, man, that's the home of B. McFly. Matter of fact, I'm going to say 60th and Master, 59th and Master to be exact. So that's the home of B. McFly. That's the home of D4M. Who else? Damn, I don't want to miss nobody out there, man. Wow. It's a lot of good dudes out there, but primarily, like content-wise, the home of me, B. McFly, the top motivator of the world, and, you know, D4M. Shout out to D4M, Sloan, Skiano, R.I.P. Who else I'm missing? Santana. I mean, and the rest of my guys.
So how was it for like you during your time coming up in that era? Because I know just from offhand and a little bit of experience in Brook, I know like that whole area was like shit. It's real history. It's one of them generational things, like that whole master land. I don't want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I just know that area always been like a rough area. So how was it for like you during your time coming up?
Growing up, man, it was, you know, I'm gonna say it was generally like everybody else's childhood. You know, you got, you know, we hung on the corners. I mean, we played, man. We did a lot of shit that everybody else did in each other's environment. Shit. And I want to say, I know you didn't want to touch, but I want to say shout out to Lansdowne Avenue. Like, because although that was a big thing, we were still friends too. Right? It's a lot of those guys that I see now to this day. They fans of mine. Well, I'm not gonna call them fans. They supporters of mine and all that cool stuff. So, yeah, that was just us being young and dumb. But we didn't have a lot of guns back then. Like, guns was around, but we was more rumblers. Right. Like, we came up fighting. Guns was around. Don't get fucked up. Like, niggas was getting unalived. However, we more so less fought our way out of our problems and stuff like that. We didn't go through the things that these youngers go through now.
And then it's like now that you older, and me myself is like you can kind of look back, and I'm sure you cool with a lot of these guys. Y'all running to each other, cordial now and y'all sitting back and laughing like, damn, we was just kids.
Bro, I was locked up with quite a few of them. You know, we was eating together. If you got, you got crazy with whatever, you got crazy with me. Type shit. Like, cause for real, before the blocks, you know, it was a point in time when we was growing up, we were kids first. Playing football, playing the manhunt, playing hide go seek. We doing shit with each other. A lot of niggas used to be at my house. In order to get to my house, you got to get past Master Street. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys from up there on the Ave used to be at my house after school, like shit in the crib, blowing weed, doing all the things we not supposed to be doing as kids and shit. What separated us was generational bull and blocks.
Right. Facts though.
That's it.
So when did comedy first come into play for you?
Yeah, comedy has always been a thing. I would keep it a B. It's my personality. It's just who I am. It's my makeup.
You was one of them class clowns, man.
Bro, all my life a dickhead. And like I said, it was never forced. It was never like, it was just a thing. My thing was like, what people don't know, like socially and shit, like I always had like a problem with being serious. You feel what I'm saying? So, or just being so, like I'm socially awkward. If that's the thing that you want to like call it or whatever. And in being socially awkward, in order to protect myself, being funny or trying to make people laugh was the way to protect myself.
Okay. So you felt like comedy kind of was like your defense shield? Because I know like coming up in Philly, like, you know, just in general, kids, and especially that age where everybody start to, you know what's crazy? I can't even say it. Because now it's going to be like, I can't even say everybody used to be busting on you when you was a kid and all that, or jokes and making jokes and all that. You feel me?
Right.
So it's crazy. I can't say because of the new Diddy and it's like
I got people be busting on you.
It's like some of the words that we came up off of is
You cannot say it. It's sensitive. It's pause. It's gay. I don't know how. Like I used to be dicking niggas. You can never say pause. No Diddy. You're drawing. You're probably borderline gay if you say we was dicking niggas back in the day. But that was a thing. Dicking niggas and I can't think of other shit right now at this moment. But that was things back in the day that we used to say. Now if you say it, it's like
right
taboo or you crazy.
So do you feel like the comedy for you was like a defensive thing like that?
Yeah. Comedy for me, like my mom taught me in order to get a girl, sometimes you gotta make them laugh. Like everything ends with a laugh. Like if I make the toughest nigga laugh in the room, 9 times out of 10 he gonna leave me alone and go to somebody else. So like you ain't gotta never touch my G or whatever shit. So they'll a motherfucker give you a pass because you the funny boy versus. You know what I'm saying? If you just a sturdy nigga or whatever the case may be. But I could be, now don't get me wrong, I could be a sturdy, and this is what I've learned over the years of, grooming into my personality and just growing up. I've learned, like, just because I make you laugh don't mean I ain't a sturdy or a real or stand-up guy. Yeah.
I felt like that whole, like, you gotta be tough and real. Everybody got their lane, you feel me? So it was like, I definitely feel like, Philly got a little bit of that too tough. Like, everybody got to be super tough, you feel me?
Right. And I, like, for real, the funny thing about me growing up, like, I could never be tough. Like, not saying I was never a bitch, but I could never have that, this. Like, who walks around this B-boy stance and all, I couldn't fathom that. So, however, my joint was I played around, and I got looked at as a weirdo a little bit in certain instances. Like, you play too much, or you like, no, I'm just being me.
Facts though.
The person I can only be, and that's me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So, moving forward, talk about as far as like when the social media first came into play and you first started to make your way on there and your style of comedy.
So, basically, when I really started taking comedy serious, I was in Greatest for it. Penitentiary, and I was on my way home. Like I had probably like 9 months to go, and I had to come up with a solution on how the fuck I was going to stay home. And out of nowhere, I made a couple niggas laugh. Like I was making my walkies laugh, like cracking the fuck up. And one day I went myself, we locked in or whatever, went myself, and I thought about it. I said, you know what, fuck all that. I'm gonna do comedy when I go home. So, you got to convince yourself first in your head. Like, I'm in myself. I'm going to do comedy. Came on myself. We was on our way to Child. Shout out to my man. Well, free my man Hawk. He in the feds right now, but he ready to come home. So, him and my man Doug, it was my walkies. We was on our way to Child. And I was like, yo, when I go home, bro, I'm going to do comedy. I'm going to do stand-up comedy. My man Hawk looked at me and said, yo, you know what's crazy? He said, for the first time, being locked up and hearing what niggas gonna do when they go home, this is the first time I actually kind of believe you gonna like make it and do him. He's like, you might got that one. I don't know. My man Doug was like, yeah, cause comedy, like, comedy, you funny shit, like you real articulate, boom, boom, boom. So that piped me up right there. They don't know that, but that kind of like gave me the to say, I'm going out there. Plus the many lifers.
So how was your thoughts as far as it's different as far as somebody who's been doing it their whole life or since they was younger. You probably was like, growing a little older, then creating it. So how was that process for you starting off?
Like feel like I'm a little bit older than the rest. I didn't feel no way. When I started doing it, I was 32. I feel like at that age with comedy, because they say with comedy, the older you get, the better it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a rapper. The rappers, the older they get, you're washed.
You can always be funny.
You can always be funny. Nigga Fred Sanford was funny. He was 80,000 years old. Still was up there talking about Elizabeth Farrell coming all this cool shit. So, I feel like coming into the game, I wasn't worried about that at all. So here comes social media and all of that.
And my fault, what's the name? But I say that to say, a lot of guys, especially the kids and guys, once you like 23, 25, they kind of feel like it's over for them. And 30, they be like, oh, it's over for me if I ain't already accomplished what I wanted to do.
That's a wrong with me, dickhead. No, like real rap. I don't give, for real, I'm going to be honest with you. Even with rap, right? If you got good product and good work, it really don't matter how old you are. Like, don't let age fool you. Like, don't let age be the number one deciding factor on you going to do what you always dreamed to do. Like, that's crazy. Because I watch people go to college at 50. You know what I'm saying? They getting their bachelors at 54 and all this cool stuff. They just becoming, niggas is just becoming actors at 60. They getting their big breaks at 60. It's rappers out here. They really just getting on at 39. You feel what I'm saying? They probably won't let you know who the hell he is and shit. But they out this joint. So, yeah, I would never let age be a deciding factor on what I'm going to do with my dreams and how I'm going to carry that shit. That's.
You said that you were starting off on social media.
Yeah, so now coming home, I was thinking about doing this shit the old way. Back in the day, everybody had to have their feet on land. You had to be out here known. You had to be connected. You had to go to the laugh house. You had to really do to actually get on these stages, put up posters on poles and all this real cool, get street teams and all that. Now, you can just say a 59-second video, and that's where I came in at the time. It was like Instagram was developing. Like social media was actually developing. It was at the beginning stages where followers and going viral was like this. So I started off as a stand-up, right? And it was working. But my mom died. So, because it made me stronger. And thank you, bro. But my mom died. So when my mom died, the stand-up portion or having my feet on the land, that kind of like went away. And the only other thing I had was just social media. And AJ Dollars, I don't know if too many people remember AJ. I mean, everybody, you should know who AJ Dollars is. AJ Dollars was like, he said, yo. Now, let me just say this too. I was punching on social media a whole lot more because, like I said, when my mom died, I needed an outlet to talk my shit. And a lot of the time, people didn't know. I was really just pissed off at the world, but it was coming out funny, whatever the case may be. So, the nigga AJ Dollars, he tell me, he like, bro, he said, think about this. How many times you went viral? Or he said, matter of fact, forget, he said, how many times? He said, how many times you did a video and it went over 100,000 views? I said, multiple times. He said, now think about that. He said, think about this. You done sold out a comedy club twice, maybe 3 times over. And all you did was just talk your shit on the phone. So once I thought about that, I said, damn, you right about that. That's what, now I come with my own audience to the venue type shit. And once I learned that, it was like, okay. So it was a lot of other things that I had to learn with the social media and the comedy shit too, that we can get into whenever you're ready.
So talk about that as far as, because it's definitely 2 different worlds as far as social media, because a lot of guys are successful on social media, but it's different on that stage.
Stage a whole different animal.
You feel me? So talk about taking your social media audience and then also being able to capitalize on stage.
See, if let's say you go to a club, right? And the club is not surrounded by your audience, right? So you gotta figure out another way to make them laugh. Like say somebody just book you. Boom. Now people in the audience may know who you are, but then again, they might not. So you gotta convince the ones that's not knowing who you is to laugh at your funny. You gotta convince them who you are. Versus the other people that already know, oh, I want to hear Roman Dick, I want to hear this, I want to hear that. But sometimes you can't give them your internet funny. You got to give them a certain other type of funny, and then sometimes you got to split. Like it's it's a science to that shit. Yeah, you got to know the room. You got to know who's in the room. Like if I know, all right, I'm coming in and my fan base is a bunch of hip hop guys that already know who I know what y'all want me to say. I know what y'all want me to do. Right? I know y'all want to hear Rumble Me Dead Kid at some point in time. Y'all want to hear the Totalistic at some point in time. Y'all want to hear somebody playing these or whatever the case may be. Whatever I get into, y'all gonna want to hear that. So it's easy to snap on y'all versus a crowd that don't know who Cobain is. You just coming up and you saying, that's a Rumble Me Dead Kid. You know, like, what? Now you gotta go in and really explain what a Rumble Me Dead Kid is. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't have an articulate flow to do that, man, that shit get a little rough up there, John. I mean, I don't got all the mechanics figured out either. I'll be honest with you and shit. So I try to study every day. I try to figure it out every fucking day. And that's all.
Speaking about that, how did you come up with your catchphrase? You know what I'm saying? Rumble Me Dickhead. That's definitely that's Philly to the max. You feel me? It's just
shout out to us. Shout out to Philly as a whole for this slogan right here. But I just remember as a pup, like, that was the end all be all. When you couldn't figure out an argument, when you couldn't what? What you say? Alright, fuck it, then Rumble Me Dead Kid, and you go to hike your pants up and then you out there rumbling the dead kid. Like, that's how I mean, people in Philadelphia been saying this. This is just something I got a chance to highlight and been blessed to say, like, I'm Mr. Rumble Me Dead Kid. I'm not saying it for me, I'm saying it for the whole Philadelphia. Like, I'm just the vessel for Philly when I say this, John. So the particular video that I came up with this joint, shout out to B McFly, but we was talking about halal trucks. And I couldn't understand, like, why the motherfuckers just kept popping up all over goddamn place with this white shit and this red sauce shit and this meat that he keep talking about lamb. This is softer than drugstore kind. I don't know, what the mysterious ass fucking meat y'all got going on? Y'all just cloning shit and putting it in styrofoam and giving us free soda cans with it. That's so Rumble Me Dead here, loud trucks, blah, blah, blah. I'm going down for it too, but that's got questions, man. It's got a lot of questions. Like, where did they come from? So that's where that slogan was born. Like, I came in rumbling, like, hey, this when people used to split screen the screens real heavy and have the topic they was talking about on this side, and then you come in talking your trash on the other. And I just came in on this tip, like, man, loud trucks, hit me a rumble, man. That was it.
Talking about, you know, just Philly and the comedy environment. Talk about, you know, some of the top I was about to say artists.
I'm an artist. Listen, let me be clear on something. I'm a comedian, entertainer, and an artist. I think they all one and the same.
Facts though. Yeah. Before we get into that, talk about your rap career, cause before you was doing comedy, you know what I'm saying? They ain't know. Look, they ain't know.
Yo, listen. All right, so yeah, before comedy, and I feel like the reason why I am kind of articulate, and the reason why my fan base is who they are, is because I used to rap. I used to, like, I ain't gonna say I used to try. I used to rap too, like, but nobody took me serious, bro. Like, who takes Cobain shooting somebody or selling a brick and getting away and running off on the plug?
Rat face on the
That shit was like, I'm gonna hit you with on the lean tip. I don't give a fuck because I'm sipping on the lean, bitch. Lean shit. I mean, on the clean thing. Get a pop on that in bed. Some shit like that. But yeah, I used to want to be a rapper so bad. Like, rappers, especially back in my era. What? DVD era. What? Read? They used to be talking to the camera like this close. It's like, what? Bro, that era was second to none. It was second to none, bro. Like, shout out to the DVD era, bro. Like, that joint, it made you want to rap. It made you want to be a part of something. It made you want to be a top class. It made you want to be a bloodhound. It made you want to be all these things, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But, again, rapping, people didn't take me serious when I was trying to rap hard. But I could do it. So I said, all right, I don't want to rap hard. So I started rapping conscious. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can touch on some conscious stuff, like, but then I started to realize, like, nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear Marcus Garvey said, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X on the Dubai. Nobody want to hear about nobody going to Dubai. worry about that and how the Campbells drunk water out their hump.
Speaking about the DVD era, what do you feel like it was about Meek that allowed him to just be the one to make it through that and take the next steps?
Because he was the one that was willing to take the next steps, whatever those next steps was, whatever Meek, whatever was needed to be done to transition from being what they gave so many people around the world to being an actual artist and changing your life and your family life. He did what was needed to be done.
He was more marketable than everybody.
That's another thing. Because my question was this. I was like, this guy came out of nowhere. He gorilla pimped the name. What? What? I'm just calling out what I said. No disrespect to nobody. I'm pretty sure I'm friends with everybody. But this is how I said it growing up and watching this shit. I'm like, hey, gorilla pimped the name. Boom. All right, that was cool. Then he came out of nowhere and just started like just really rapping. Like it seemed like he was rapping to try to catch up to where Hattie and Reed and all those.
Just feel where I'm coming from. Think I'm down, never stick around, cause I'm one.
I know the hood could be your worst distraction. And when a nigga disrespect you, gun your first reaction. Lucas and Uzis to move your body left and right. Put that battery in his back. I'm the reason that he walk like that. Got talk.
Dudes was already at, and he surpassed it somehow. Like that boy.
Like he didn't take his foot off
The gas. I'm like, boy, he was hungry as. Me personally, this is who I thought was supposed to be where I thought it was supposed to be Reed. Hear me out. Yes, everybody would say Hattie too. If you got your Hattie arguments, I respect it. I thought it was gonna be Reed. He was on some shit. I thought it was gonna be Reed. Yeah, once Hattie didn't get it because of whatever reason, I thought, all right, well, damn, that leaves it right there for Reed. No bullshit, because it was either Hattie, Reed, or Meek, right? It was only those three. Or Hattie and Reed, because again, to me, where did Meek just shot out of nowhere and never took his foot off the gas? He said, get some. It was some Forrest Gump shit.
Tasted that shit.
Come on, Helms. Come on, y'all put on fuck it. Y'all keeping up? All right, that's it. Because if y'all start, he just never stopped. But I thought it was going to be, once Hattie went through his situation, I was like, dang, that was nutty. Then I was like, dang, it was wide open for Reed. And then whatever happened with Reed and how he talked about his own situation. Meek just was like Walter Payton, man. Running like him. So shout out to that boy, man. That's all I can say to that.
So like I said, rap and comedian, it's like sort of similar to the same lane. So talk about as far as just working with other comedians in the city and things like that.
Shout out to all counterparts, right? I don't work with everybody though, and it's not because Molly don't want to work with nobody. I don't work with everybody because they don't want to work with everybody. Now you can lead that to a lot of reasons, and the best reason that I've heard so far is that everybody funny don't click.
Yeah.
I said, well, damn, that do make a whole lot of sense. Damn, fuck all the hate shit and all the niggas doing, because there's a million other reasons why I could go into, you know what I'm saying? But no, to be honest with you, the best logical answer is everybody's funny don't match. Yeah. So with that being said, I tend to stick with people that I can mesh with. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of comedians don't work with each other for real, because all niggas want to do is just get together and smoke weed and shit. Smoke weed and talk about nut shit and not put and then we come out with one fucking skit, and it's like, what the fuck? So,
right, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. but for real, us as a whole, as like us as a conglomerate, or however we're viewed, I feel like we all win.
Facts though. So, what's some of your best personal skits?
Best personal, John.
Personal best.
I ain't gonna lie. For what it's worth right now, I like the joint I just did with with my family talking about the Gillian Waller. I like that joke.
Listen, I plugged that joint right in the clip that
Yeah, that's my joint right now because I wanted to show everybody like being a comedian, like you gotta be able to take the good with the. This is the reason why we're funny. Mm-hmm. Because when the shit is on us, you gotta be able to be like, yeah, he did kind of like punch me in the chin a couple. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it back to the people to let the people know I'm hard.
facts though.
You know what I mean? That's what comedy is. I talk shit about everything all day. Or I speak my mind about it. Or I shed a different light on it all the time. So when that light is time for it to be shed on me, you can't.
No, facts though. And it's about like capitalizing off of the moment because the timing was perfect. You feel me? And everything was perfect as far as the delivery and the. You feel me? The concept.
And shout out to my wife. She's the one who brought that joint up. Shout out to Honey Cobain. She put that together. Damn, babe, listen, this is how we gonna do it.
That's so. You was waiting for this one, huh? You was waiting for this one.
He was waiting for that shit. He was in attendance this time.
she
should have won the first one.
She was watching the match writing like.
Yeah, I'm saying. Then I'm gonna have my son. Shout out to Honey Cobain.
Facts
That's
though.
my dog. Like, yeah.
So like, man, one of the most craziest moments I should have used. Talk about when the academic situation was going on. Everybody was going up there as far as kind of turning their back on Meek and all that.
Damn. Welcome to the hood life.
Meek dirty, man.
Let me say this.
Meek dirty.
So I did a video.
They tried.
I did a video, and that's one of my favorites too. Right? And I basically was highlighting how people was coming up there grinding Meek up or whatever, or going at Meek or whatever you want to call it. My real feeling to it is this, to be honest. I don't like how when people say something and we actually do it. You get what I'm saying? Like niggas say, damn, that's funny, we on some hate, yo. We always ride the hate train or whatever the case may be.
Me Too movement.
And we actually do it. I hate that. Like, I hate it. And I watch it all the time. Like, no, we're not going to do this. Like, but you gotta look at it on two different spectrums. Niggas didn't. That was an opportunity that niggas was never going to get awarded. Probably.
Right.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know how this rap stuff goes. I don't try to dive into the politics, but me as a fan, I do have opinions, and I don't know like how else niggas was gonna get on that platform or anything if that door wasn't open. Mm-hmm. I just want to say this: academics can dick up, cause that's trifling to be the boy that opened that door. You could have been gave us the light. Why is it another what? So you mean to tell me, cause Meek said don't fuck with nobody, you actually did that ass nigga? How about that? Yeah. Be a man. If you want to put niggas on, put them on. That's fucked up about the media today. You get what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with my Philly media niggas and all that. Because y'all not biased, or y'all biased to that. How about that? I'm saying all that to say, bro, that was crazy that he opened that door. Yeah. He was the one that had that power. When pussy, you could have been opened that door, nigga. You could have been put niggas on. But it took for you not to like him that much, or for you to go through another Philly nigga. It took for you to go through with another Philly nigga to open the door for the niggas that did deserve these. Quilly deserved that. Yeah. I don't think he deserved it alone. That's my man. I'm talking about I love.
But Quilly got a story just in general.
Period. Yeah, no, period. I'm not saying he wasn't right for
Yo, listen, you Quill.
That's my brother.
Bro, tell that nigga do the interview. I got him. Tell him he cool. Whatever he say, I send a deposit and all that. I send a deposit. Tell him he for the people, man.
That's my brother. I love him. He real selective. That's all I can say.
I already know.
That's my dog. He real. He kind of taught me how to be kind of selective a little bit.
Yeah, tell him I got a different last name, man. We good, bro. You know what I'm saying? We good,
no,
bro.
I mean, Quill, you see what's going on, right? You heard? Oh, no,
That's all.
Come on.
Yeah. Nah.
Nah.
But no, man. Before we get out of here, I just need you to give some advice to the youth, man, just in general.
Listen, guys. I ain't gonna get on it. I mean, listen. Life is too short. Life is too short, bro. I'm not saying what you ain't going through ain't real, cause I know that shit real. I done been through some real, like real red. But if y'all could, it's always a point in time in y'all life, youngin', when y'all sit down and think like, is it worth it? Y'all all get that, you always get that little point in time where you sit. I don't care on your alone time. Damn, is this joint really worth? Damn, I could really get out of this. Do it. The moment you feel that, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with changing your life and getting away. If you gotta get away from the environment that changes shit, change it. If you could stay in an environment, but I know certain people's situations is too far gone, man. And that's the sad part, bro. Like, that's what's sad. Like, situations be too far gone to tell y'all to do anything, man. But I'm talking about the ones that's not really in it like that. Or if you get that inkling in your gut that say, damn, is this shit really... Get out of this joint and go change your life, bro. There's a whole world out this joint. Don't get smoked for a block. Don't get smoked for something that's not really worth it.